is the Big O Show. This 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 is...
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing a personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Oh, great. You got a doorbell camera. Now you got a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
No.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out of my house!
Ooh, Mom's jewelry. There goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, a free doorbell camera.
Free?
One that'll actually work for you. It's not total security unless it's the Sloman Shield. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
With more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayom is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
For over 16 years, EJDConstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDConstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. It's time for Dolphins football. Welcome to the EJDConstruction.com Miami Dolphins Pregame Show on the Sports Talk 305 network. The show is mastered by Sean Stanley and Chad Shobe. EJDConstruction.com is a fully insured liability and workers' comp. Call Eric if you need a custom home builder or general contractor. 305-433-4843. Here's your host, the Big O.
Ah, yes. Tell me that we got it going on. Mike is ready to go on a Sunday, that you all are doing all right, especially after last night. Wow, last night was tough. Make sure you give me a thumbs up here that audio is good before we start off. I just want to make sure. Let's see. What do we got going on? I need a thumbs up that yay. We got audio, all good. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything yet. I know there's a bunch of people on the chat board. Good. Okay. There we go. Take me out tonight. Ah, yes. Don't ruin my Morrissey night tonight, Miami Dolphins. Okay? Don't do it. We got a lot of things to talk about over the next couple of hours as we get ready for a 1 o'clock kickoff. Hopefully our beloved Dolphins will get back on the winning track. I expect them to get back on the winning track. I expect to have a pissed off team on the field. By the way, the Buffalo Bills are not doing good. Matt Milano was carted off the field with his leg in a cast. So not good news for them. For the Miami Dolphins, obviously, no Matt Milano. That makes life a little easier. But it's 11-7 right now. The Jags are leading. There's 17 seconds left in the second quarter there. So they've got the early game going on in London with the London Jaguars. You know what I mean? If they don't approve that over there in Jacksonville, maybe they do end up moving. Who knows? But I know that they've got some plans for a new stadium. Forgot if it was approved or not, or it's in the process or something like that. So not good for that. But the Bills, if they lose today and your Dolphins win, we could see our Dolphins be at the top of the division all by themselves again. So you got to take care of business against the Jaguars today. It's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you take care of business against the Giants today, because the Jaguars are taking care of business for the Miami Dolphins if they can hang on for this victory. Trevor Lawrence, by the way, is 16 of 23 for 192 yards and a touchdown. And Josh Allen is 13 of 18, 116 yards and a touchdown. He also has 2 rushes for 12 yards. He's also the leading rusher for them. Stephon Diggs, 4 for 39 and a touchdown. And Christian Kirk leading the way for Jacksonville, 4 for 63. Travis Etienne, 9 for 25. So we'll keep you updated. It has hit halftime now, I see, officially. So hopefully the Jaguars can somehow pull this off and help out the Dolphins by handing the Buffalo Bills a loss. All right, bro, your singing sounded off. Yeah, well, I don't sound like Morrissey, so what can I tell you? It's just one of those things. Okay, man. I did 2 shows yesterday. It's like I didn't even plan on doing yet last night on the Canes game because I'm thinking, well, they'll take care of Georgia Tech. This will be boring football, like what we talked about. Like when you're really good, you just take care of business. You're favored by 19.5 points. I'm figuring I'm just going to watch the game and go to sleep, and then Mario Cristobal does the second dumbest thing in Hurricanes history. And, wow, holy shit. I couldn't believe he did that yesterday. I still can't believe it. Think about this. We went from Vic Fangio, okay, refusing to make a decision last week that could have changed the face of the game right from the get-go, and he refused to. I gave you a full explanation on what happened yesterday. So if you did not catch the show from yesterday where we dropped some Dolphin nuggets, okay, I can help you. I'm not going to repeat them here. You can go back over there and check them out if you want. But I gave you some news, some Dolphin news there. And you may want to listen to that stuff. And I'm, something may drop here too also. But anyway, so why I'm not wearing a Dolphins hat, I just washed my hair. My hair's still wet. I didn't feel like blow drying it. So I'm not going to put on my hat while my hair is wet. So I may have it on at, in the post-game shows when I'll probably have it on. But yeah, it's still kind of wet. So I don't want to mess. I hate putting my hat on with my hair wet. I don't know about you, but so yeah, I didn't feel like wearing the hat at the moment. So it is what it is. But you will have to listen to that other stuff, and we dropped a little nuggets there for you on some stuff Dolphin wise. So you may want to check that out. Dolphins favored by 12.5 today. So we have the Vic Fangio decision. We had the Mario Cristobal decision. Hopefully there are no dumb decisions, okay, in this game today. Hopefully the decisions are intelligent ones, and hopefully Miami gets it done. I mean, you could not be gifted a better situation for the Miami Dolphins today. You're playing Daniel Jones, who isn't a threat whatsoever as a passer. Okay. Yeah, he can run, but because he's not a threat as a passer, you should be able to take care of the box and make sure he doesn't do anything. No Saquon Barkley. My God, what a shocker. Saquon Barkley is injured? Wow. That's surprising that Saquon Barkley, he's so durable. I'm so shocked that the Giants didn't give him also a bunch of money. I mean, well, they were stupid enough to give it to Daniel Jones. Maybe they would have been stupid enough to give it to Saquon Barkley, because you've got to be a moron and give Saquon Barkley big money. Anyway, so he's out. And then you've got John Michael Schmitz, the center, out with a shoulder injury. Shane Lemieux, the guard, out with a groin injury. And Andrew Thomas out with a hamstring injury. From your center to your left side is completely out in this game. Plus Saquon Barkley, their best playmaker, is out. You're home. I don't know what more do you need. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of game that you should be mad from last week. You should be still thoroughly. I know I'm mad. I'm still freaking pissed at this team. I am livid with the Miami Dolphins right now. Okay? I am absolutely pissed with this team. I'm not like some of you out there. You play a little fan bullshit. Oh, it's just one game. Let's just move on to the next. No bullshit. Okay? I want to see what happens in Philadelphia. You know, I need you to start winning those kind of games so I can start to feel a little better about you. Because today, I don't give a shit about today. I don't give a shit about next week. You're supposed to win these games. If you pull a Mario Cristobal here, then I don't know if we have the right people in place. You know what I mean? You have no business losing to the Giants or the Carolina Panthers. I need to start seeing you beat the good teams, like the teams are going to run into in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And so I hope there's a pissed off team on the field for several weeks now. You know, that they were thoroughly embarrassed and that they want to prove that they belong in the elite. Not this fluffy bullshit record that, let's say you win 10 or 11 games, but you just beat the bad teams. And then you didn't win against the good teams. And then what happens when you get to the playoffs? You're going to get eliminated right away, like they've always had for 30 years. Whenever they win 10 or 11 games, they get eliminated right away because they're really not that good of a team. They can only beat the mediocre or the average at best. And that's why I am still, you know, somebody asked me yesterday after the Canes game, and it was a great question because it stuck with me. Maybe that person's on the chat board again, but he goes to me, hey, how come last night, right? He goes, how come you're not as pissed off about the Canes losing than the Dolphins? And you know why? Because I don't have a lot of expectations for the Canes. What did I tell you guys at the beginning of the year? 7-8 wins. And then when the start, I go, wow, they might win 9. You know what I mean? Well, now we're back to 7 or 8 again, you know, because you lose Georgia Tech. I can't trust you anymore. You're a 7-8 win team. So I don't have a lot of expectations but the Dolphins, I have expectations. That's why I get pissed, because I believe the Dolphins have the talent to go deep into the playoffs and possibly to the Super Bowl. But it's up to the coaches to get that done. Front office has already done their job. They gave you the talent. It's up to you now to do the job. You got to coach them up. That's it. You have more than enough talent to win the games. Now go out there and get it done is what you have to do. So that's why the Dolphin one has me livid, because I know this team is better than what they showed way better than what they showed last week. And the coaching staff has to do a lot better. Last night, it's not about the team. It's about Mario Cristobal last night. I don't think that team is that good. I don't expect the Canes to go to any national championship or win the conference. They're not better than Florida State. They're not better than Clemson. And I'm not expecting them to be better than those teams. But I'm expecting the Dolphins to be a hell of a lot better than anything the Canes can produce this year. And if they don't, then I have to start looking at the coaches on why you fell short. And so that's why my anger towards the Dolphins is just, immense. And I don't have anger towards the Canes. I have anger towards Mario Cristobal, that how can you be this catastrophically stupid? You know what I mean? And apparently this is habitual from him since he did it again in Oregon. And, obviously we don't follow Oregon every game and all that. But, wow, you were dumb enough to do it in Oregon, and then you had the same scenario and you were stupid enough to do it again? That's disturbing. If I'm in the administration right now and I gave Mario all this, I got to have a serious talk with him this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Mario believer, but I can't defend anything that he did last night at all. And by the way, that bullshit that Mario pulled, we also talked about hanging on to the ball. That was horseshit by Mario. I hope Mario goes to apologize to the kid. And I hope Mario, is it today that they have the day after press conference or Monday? But his day after press conference, if it's today or tomorrow, I hope he apologizes in public for his comment, because he had no business mentioning that part of the sentence when he was asked about why he didn't take a knee, and he, gave some bullshit explanation, and then at the end he said, well, we should have taken a knee and all that. But in the middle of it, well, we also talked about 2 hands on the ball. Bro, don't even try that. And look, I get that the review, you watch the review and it looks like he was down, but the fact that you went for it, you deserve to lose. The karma was there. Like, you're going to be this stupid to do this play, you deserve to lose for just attempting the play. So don't blame the referee or anything. Karma got Mario Cristobal. You know what I mean? And I hope he apologizes to the kid, Don Chaney. Okay? And I hope he apologizes in public and says, I should have never met. This had nothing to do with Don Chaney. This has everything to do with me. It was a terrible decision. There's no excuses, because he's going to lose faith inside the locker room. Whereas with Fangio, the decision is not going to, because there's an explanation to it. And if you watched yesterday's show, you'll get the whole thing, and you can watch it there. And it'll explain a couple of things that those of us have been clamoring for may not end up happening, because what's happening is what's going to end up happening, but you got to watch all of that. Humble Legend says, damn right, Big O. Just like last year, we beat the crap teams like the Texans, but lost to contenders like San Fran. Yeah. And that's not what I want for this team. This team is better than that. I don't want to see the same shit that I've seen for 30 years. On the few times that you've had good seasons, you're a fraud. This team is not fraudulent. This team has the real deal, but they played like frauds last week. And do you think they're 28 points less than the Bills? I don't think so. If you lose to the Bills, okay, lose a respectable game. Lose by a point or 2 or 3 or something. That's 28. So that's as fraudulent as it gets. And I'm not going to put up with that shit. You're better than that. Play to your potential. And to me, that's the real problem, with all of this, is that you've got to play up to your potential and get it done. Don't forget, folks, Caneswear, 2655 South University Drive in Davie, and use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off of everything. Dolphins gear, Marlins gear, Panthers gear, Inter Miami gear, Canes gear. They got everything and anything practically with the Canes logo on it. So get on down there and go see my guy Brett. And remember, you can use our code BIG010 to get 10% off online or in person. And when you're online, if you order over $100, you will get free shipping. So there you go. Free shipping. Use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. Caneswear.com. Let's hope that they get it done today. Marcus Chabot, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, hear me out now, Big O. Why does Vic Olivadotti get training wheels? We paid for a big boy D coordinator, not a geriatric cowboy with dementia. He was supposed to be our defensive magician. Well, if you heard the show yesterday, I explained what is happening and what's going to happen. And that's just the way it is, unfortunately. But listen, Vic Fangio has underachieved. That's all. Bottom line. So whatever his philosophy is, or adjustments, or whatever it is, he failed last week badly. Just like he failed terribly against the Chargers. That at the end they finally dialed up a blitz and they got there and they sealed it off. But I'm not absolving Vic Fangio from week 1 either, dude. You know what I'm saying? And this week I expect you to dominate. And if you do any less than that today, then again, I'm going to hold it against you. You're playing a team with no center, no left guard, no left tackle, no starting running back. And that's a shitty quarterback you're facing. I don't know. There's no excuses. Vic Fangio so far has underachieved. Now, he's an incredible defensive coordinator. He's been very successful. So I expect this thing to get better and better and better as time goes on. But for now, it is unacceptable. And I think everybody in Dolphin Nation can agree with me, even the homers that can't handle any negativity about the Dolphins, they can agree with me that Vic Fangio has not done his job. Period. End of story. I don't think we need to really debate this thing. So, he's got to step up and figure things out. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see. Kenny Jones, Wykel. Thank you, sir. The party's over. Says need more pressure from Wilkins. And, listen, the party's over. You are 1,000% right. The problem with this defense right now mainly is that the D-line is not doing their job. So that's the thing. If the D-line's doing their job, it will allow actually your linebackers to do a better job. So the real failure right now going on besides Vic Fangio is Christian Wilkins. Christian Wilkins is a lot like those emoji shirts. Exactly. Last week you wore an emoji shirt to Buffalo, like thinking, we're underdogs? And yeah. And you got your ass kicked by 28 points. So not only were you an underdog, you didn't even deserve to be on the same field with the Buffalo Bills. But if you wear that emoji shirt, that means you plan on making a statement. You didn't make the right statement. Well, Christian Wilkins, you complain about money. You want to get paid. You're angry right now because you didn't get your contract. And all that anger you have, has not resulted in you actually doing what you need to get that contract. You want to get paid like Quinnen Williams? You want your $25 million a year? Well, dude, why aren't you playing like a $25 million? I mean, if you're going to talk shit, right? If you're going to demand Quinnen Williams money, well, then you got to play like Quinnen Williams. If you want sack money, well, then where are the sacks? See what I'm saying? So that D-line, Raekwon Davis, bro, you're in a contract year. These two dudes need contracts, and they can't perform to get their contracts. I mean, remember what I told you about Raekwon Davis? The most dangerous contract in the offseason of 2024. Do you know why? I explained this already. Because if Raekwon Davis all of a sudden goes and kicks ass this year, you now have to sit back in the offseason and go, emoji. Is this the real Raekwon Davis or the guy we got that underachieved for 3 years? So now it's 3 years and 4 games you're underachieving. So, why would you sign Raekwon Davis to a new contract? So he can occasionally make a play? That's not what you need at that position. He hasn't lived up to his draft status. No matter how much the former coach loved him, he has not lived up to the draft status. Anyway, so Raekwon is that guy that is not getting the job done. Christian Wilkins, you talked all that shit. You're not getting anything done, bro. You're both of you are chokers. because, you know, you want to. Well, Raekwon's not talking, but Christian, you want to talk? You want to be mad? Oh, I know you don't see it, but you want to be mad? Well, do something about it, dude. You're mad. Where's all that anger that you have bottled up, Christian? I know you're not showing it to the public. Where's that anger that you've got on display? Not to the public. Where is it, bro? Why isn't it producing sacks that can get you that money? And that I can't blame Fangio for. I can't blame Raekwon Davis. Raekwon Davis was underachieving before Vic Fangio got here. And part of Vic Fangio's scheme is that the people up front in your base package have to pressure. So, Christian, not only are you playing your way off the team because all you can do is, you know, stop the run. Remember this statement that I'm about to tell you. Okay? Does any offense in the NFL say we need to scheme for Christian Wilkins? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? Nobody. They're scheming for Quinnen Williams and Aaron Donald. Oh, yeah. Oh, they got a scheme for those guys because they're going to wreck your day. And last time I checked, Christian Wilkins doesn't wreck anybody's day. He's good against the run, not this year, but he's normally good against the run. And apparently might not be good against pressure. Pressure to get a contract. Pressure to be a sack guy. Not living up to it. So, good player, but they're paying Zach Sealer to do the same stuff you do, a lot less. And that's the way they look at it, you know, in that building. So there's a lot of reasons the defense for Fangio isn't working the way it's supposed to. And the main reason is the guys up front are not doing their job. Bradley Chubb, like, bro, you're on a milk carton somewhere. You got some pressures. If you go look at pressures, he's up there. He's got some pressures. He just, you want more presence. You want to feel him more. You want to know that he is causing problems. And he's just not causing enough problems. So this is some of the issues with this defense. And it starts with guys like Christian Wilkins and Raekwon Davis. And Zach Sealer has been a little quiet here. And today, you know, today you're all supposed to eat. Today is a buffet, a smorgasbord. Today, it's all you can eat pancakes at IHOP. That's what it is. You've got no line. You've got a running back. Their top playmaker is out. If you don't eat today, it's a terrible sign. Put it that way. If that defensive line does not dominate today, then we've got some serious problems. Okay? Miami Dolphin fans, serious problems if they don't dominate today. Fangio's warn us during press conference. Yeah, I know all that stuff. But here's the problem with all of this. Fangio's not the guy that's ever going to be complimentary all the time. So that part's deceiving. And I don't want to hear about what you don't have. See, that's my problem, dude 67. Everybody, all we have are sheeps in this society, right? The media repeats this all the time from the coach. We don't have. I don't want to hear that shit, dude. I want to hear that you're getting it done, that you're figuring it out. Do you ever hear Spo say we don't have enough? ever. I don't want to hear coaches making excuses. You know what I mean? So if you don't have, then leading up to that week, prepare your team other ways then. But you're so dead set on your way that then, okay, so they're not ready to do it well, that's your problem, not mine, dude. You took the job. You had an entire offseason to design the team the way you wanted. You wanted David Long, right? So let's figure all of this out. But the whining on his end, I don't want to hear about that shit, bro. I want you to figure it out. I never heard Josh Boyer didn't have a secondary last year. No secondary. His top corner was playing on one leg. His second corner never played. And then all the other corners got injured, and all he had was a safety. He had injuries everywhere, never came to the podium and said, we don't have enough. People aren't doing their jobs. Never said any of that. And all he could ever do is take shit from everybody. So all we're going to do is now lay back and say, oh, no, Fangio says he doesn't have enough. Oh, baby, that ain't the – no. No. You don't get that. You don't get that. Sorry. You have more than Josh Boyer. Okay? Josh Boyer never lost to Buffalo last year in 3 games like that. In fact, he never had a blowout loss. I know people bring up the Jets game, but that Jets game, you had no offense. It was over. I mean, you were playing with Teddy Bridgewater. Okay? Our friend Alan Poupart's the only one that has confidence in Teddy Bridgewater. The rest of us, it's Teddy Bridgewater. Well, some of you now have learned what I knew about Teddy Bridgewater already and been telling you for years about Teddy Bridgewater, but it doesn't matter. But still, it's like, give me a break, dude. You know, that game was over before it even started. But outside of that, you know, so why am I giving Fangio a pass? And why is the media, oh, well, he warned us. I've heard them all say that bullshit. Don't warn me, bro. You're the one running the defense. Your ass is the one that got trashed by Buffalo. I saw the guy before you who's not better than you, who doesn't know more than you in Josh Boyer. I know you're way better than Josh Boyer. And Josh Boyer did a way better job than you ever did against Buffalo. With less. So, dude, 67, don't fall into that trap. And by the way, when you're a coach, I don't think it's a good thing to constantly say that your team doesn't have this and that and can't do this and can't do that. You need to figure out a way, bro. You know? And if you don't start putting AVG as a starter over Chubb, I can't help you either. You know? We have the Dolphins inactives, by the way. Skylar Thompson, Kelvin Joseph, Jalen Phillips is out, Salvon Ahmed, Chase Claypool, and Brandon Peely. Okay, my bad. There we go. All right. And Brandon Peely. Those are the inactives. Okay? Those are the inactives. So we shall see. What else do we have going on? All right, no Jalen Phillips. Well, you know what? In a game like today, you still should have enough with the guys you have. And Bradley Chubb is a guy that should have a field day in a game like this. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. But you got your inactives: Skylar Thompson, emergency quarterback, Kelvin Joseph, Jalen Phillips, Salvon Ahmed, Chase Claypool, Brandon Peely. So at least you're going to get back Connor Williams, okay, which is good. You'll get Connor Williams back. Let me see. I'm thinking you get Deshaun Elliott back, don't you? Yes, you get Deshaun Elliott back too. So that should be a good thing also to get Deshaun Elliott back. Okay. So those are your inactives. Remember, you can make a donation through Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Cash Big O Show. Let's see what we got here. Greg Sashi, thank you, sir. He says D-line must feast today. I agree. Thank you for the love on Venmo, my friend. I appreciate that as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else? Dolphins favored by 12.5 today. The over and under is 47.5. Dolphins are minus 750 on the money line, and the Giants are plus 525 on the money line. Okay, let me give you the latest between the Bills and the Jags. See if the score is still the same. It is the same. It's 11-7, and the Bills have the ball right now. 9:30 left in the third quarter in that one. So we are, and Matt Milano left that game, was carted off the field. His leg was in a cast. Not good. Yeah, it looks like Connor is playing today, Jermaine. I think I just said that now. Oblique injury impacts his core. Yeah, definitely. And believe it or not, these next 2 weeks, it buys Jalen some time. You're not playing great teams. You can give him some rest and get him ready for the Philadelphia Eagles and have him a little bit more fresh. This is really disappointing with Jalen Phillips because I was expecting a breakout year from Jalen Phillips this year, and hopefully when he gets back, he gets going. You know what I'm saying? That hopefully Jalen Phillips is actually doing what he's supposed to do, what we all thought he could do. You know what I'm saying? That needs to happen in a big time way. Sorry, I don't trust Chubb in this and upcoming games. Stephen Harris, why would you? There's zero reasons to trust Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb has given you no reasons to trust him. Raekwon Davis has given you no reasons to trust him. Christian Wilkins has given you no reasons to give him the money that he is asking for. There are certain... Vic Fangio has not earned our trust yet. Okay? Let's be honest. All right? That's all. I mean, that there are certain things. So your mistrust in Chubb, I think the entire fan base is unhappy with the Chubb move. Right now, I'm sure the front office, they can be all positive, and the coaching staff and the front office, because that's their thing and all that. But deep down inside, okay, they're not lying to themselves. They know he's been a disappointment. They know he's not living up to the trade and the contract. He's probably not a 15-sack guy, but they were probably hoping that he'd be in the 10-12 area, and he's not sniffing that neighborhood at all. He's not even close to being in that stratosphere. So your mistrust in Chubb is the same mistrust we all have right now, including the Dolphins front office and coaching staff. Why the hell should they trust Chubb? He's not coming through. When they watch the film, he doesn't come through. When they watch the game, he doesn't come through. Why the hell should they feel good about him? It's up to Bradley, dude, like we just talked about earlier. That whole D-line, they need to wake up. Jalen Phillips needs to get healthy and get his ass in. The only guy playing is AVG. That's it. And Sealer to a certain extent. No one else. In that front seven, nobody else is showing up besides those two guys. And that's the main reason why this whole thing is struggling. Because of that front seven right now. Monster underachievers. And that's why Vic Fangio is a failure through 4 weeks. Hopefully see more blitzing today. They're not a big blitz team. They're never going to be a big blitz team. They'll be occasionally blitzing. That's not who they are, dude 67. It's not who he is as a coach. Hopefully we can tackle a lot better today. That was embarrassing last week. Yes, it was. Didn't Greer? Yes, Greer gave up a lot for Chubb. And right now it's not working out for him. AVG is going to have a big game. Well, let's hope so. He's the only one that's playing. Yeah, criticizing Greer for a few bad picks is like criticizing Warren Buffett for a few bad stock picks. Exactly. I mean, you can't nitpick with Greer. Greer overall has done an excellent job. It's up to the coaches to get more out of him. So I got to blame the players now. They have their opportunities and they're not taking advantage of it. That's really the only way to look at it. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. Give me 2 minutes. Don't forget Perdomo Cigars. It's a great way to enjoy a Sunday watching a football game with friends and family members. Maybe you go to your nearest cigar bar. Maybe you're at home sitting out in the patio with an Estate Selección, a 20th anniversary, a 10th anniversary. By the way, I tried the new one, the 30th anniversary. I tried the Maduro. Oh, my God. It is rich in flavor and all the way through. And that's the beauty. The construction of a Perdomo cigar is second to none. It draws so well from beginning to end, and then it's flavorful from beginning to end. That's the other thing. If you haven't been to the Cigar Lounge here in Miami at 5150 Northwest 167th Street, that's where the Perdomo factory is. They've got a big old cigar lounge there, like a 30-foot leather couch. Seriously, it's like 30 foot. A leather couch is like 30 foot long. It's amazing. And they've got this giant TV you can watch, a pool table, all that stuff. Nick Perdomo out there, Nick Jr., they're walking around. You can take pictures with them. And, by the way, we've got Perdomo cigar lounges all over the place. Hoover, Alabama, Cigars and More. Pompano, Florida, Smoke In on Powerline. In Georgia, in Haram, Georgia, DD and Company. In Steenburg, New York, Smokin' Bear Cigars. In Clarksville, Tennessee, Up in Smoke. In San Antonio, Texas, Club Humidor in Thousand Oaks. In Hurricane, West Virginia, Almost Havana Cigar Lounge. You can catch a Perdomo lounge all over the world. Let's take a quick break. Back with more right here on the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins Pregame Show.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646. Viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Welcome back to the best coverage of Miami Dolphins football on any platform. This is the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins Pregame Show on the Sports Talk 305 Network. Here's your host, Orlando Alzugaray.
I'm muted. My bad. I'm sorry. There we go. I had it down. It would help if I would pot it up, but there we go. My bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, big arm Josh Allen just had Diggs wide open for a TD and underthrew him big time. Only a 48-yard throw. Noodle arm example that every QB underthrows once in a while. Yes, everybody does it. Everybody underthrows. And nobody's perfect. Nobody throws every pass on a dime. You know, a lot of times receivers have to make plays. They have to come back. They have to play defensive back to make sure that it doesn't get intercepted. Those kind of things. That always happens. That's a give and take with a wide receiver and a quarterback. But we all know with Tua, it was always different, even though some of us with common sense would kind of explain, yeah, this happens with everybody. Doesn't matter what quarterback. Everybody underthrows, overthrows. Now, Josh Allen is at times an inaccurate quarterback. So he has his tendency also of airmailing stuff. He's not necessarily, Mr. Accuracy. He's gotten much better than he was his rookie year. I'll give him that. But he still has a whole bunch of brain farts out there with throws. Luis Benito says, I'm done with our defensive tackles. Sealer, Hand, Philly, Wilkins, and Davis have disappointed for like 4 to 5 years. Benito, I don't know what you're watching, but Zach Sealer has been one of the top steals in the NFL. He has been incredible from the second he's been here. So that is, horse shit. And Wilkins has been a damn good player. The only problem with Wilkins is he's not a sack guy. And if he wants sack money, you got to let him go. But he's just a little better than Zach Sealer. But you're not going to pay him Quinnen Williams money because he wants Quinnen Williams money. Can't do that. So you got to tell him, if you ain't sacking, you're not getting that kind of money. And unfortunately, that's why there's a big difference between what they want and what the Dolphins are offering. But he's still a damn good player. Now, Davis, I'll tell you, Peely hasn't even been here long enough to call him a disappointment. He just got here. He's a rookie, dude. So you're not really a very smart football fan, Luis. Just want to tell you, my brother. You may not want to comment too much about football because you might be embarrassing yourself a lot of times. But I appreciate you checking us out. Maybe you'll learn something. A-Chain and Mostert is going to have a big game today. They better, Steven. They better. Alex, Allen is a poor man's Brett Favre. Overrated, big-time playoff choker. He has been a playoff choker. Although a couple years ago, that AFC Championship game, he played like a star. It wasn't his fault that they lost. Us Dolphin fans should take no delight in seeing Bill's injuries. No. No, but the reality is if there's no Milano, it's an easier matchup. That's the reality. Hey, listen, they got to take advantage of Miami with no secondary last year 3 times. So, I'm not going to have any sympathy for them at all. Alexander, thank you for the love on the super chat. Well, I appreciate that. And the fact that you're talking with that dude, that doesn't say much about you. Big O, would you agree Fangio needs to at least bench some guys like Chubb? Well, right now you can't bench him because Jalen Phillips is not playing. So once Jalen Phillips comes back, you can start AVG and Phillips and have Chubb as the third guy in the rotation. But it's not like you have somebody ready to take over. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, Chase Winovich? Right, Winovich. It's not like Chase Winovich is ready to take over and become a werewolf. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you would like to bench some of these guys, but come on, man. So, these next 2 games just have to be wins. No excuses. There is no need for frauds to be in first place. Well, Nikki, we will find out if they continue their fraudulent ways in 2 weeks against Philadelphia. Or do they plan on being a real team that actually can make an impact in the playoffs? We're going to find out. KC, Philadelphia, Buffalo again. We're going to find out. Daquan Jones, pec injury. Wow. Damn, that's a lot of injuries. Those are big injuries for them. Damn. Your defense better play well. I told you this after the Chargers game. All you did was insult. Well, you probably said something stupid. And usually when you say something stupid, we'll rip into you. Teron Johnson was holding his knee. Wow. Does Jacksonville have their best cornerback shadowing Diggs right now? I don't know. I'm not watching. Today, Buffalo looks like the pretenders. I have a feeling that A-Chain will be something different for the Dolphins. Well, he's been that already, man. A-Chain has been a blessing. He has been phenomenal, and the fact that so many wanted a running back, it's pretty awesome to see that you didn't need a running back. And you watch running backs get injured all the time. I don't know why you would give big money to it. Like the Jonathan Taylor move, you know what? I got to give the agent credit. He got him a pretty solid deal overall, but I would not spend that kind of money on running backs anymore. I like the route the Dolphins go and kind of go under the radar with guys and stack up a couple of them. And that way you have a stable, but not sell out for one guy, and then that guy gets injured and it just sets you back. I think it makes no sense to pay running backs nowadays, you know? By the way, Baptist Health is the official sports medicine provider for the Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, FIU, FAU, Orange Bowl, Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Miami Open Tennis, and Miami Marathon. And folks, you don't have to be a professional athlete to go where the pros go. The doctors at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care can see you now. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to request an appointment and get yourself back in the game, folks. Use this QR code right there, and you can reach out to the folks at baptisthealth.net/ortho if you're struggling with anything that you're dealing with. You want to get back to playing a little tennis, playing some basketball, softball, whatever your weekend warrior thing is that you do, skiing, hunting. A friend of mine, by the way, had shoulder surgery at Baptist Health about a year ago, and he loves hunting, and he loves hunting with archery. Okay, so he goes with his bow and arrow, and that's how he, not guns, bows and arrows is how he hunts. Guess what? Shoulder surgery? Could not, because he suffered a shoulder injury. He could not go hunting for a while. Went to the great doctors at Baptist Health. They fixed his shoulder. My buddy now is able to go back to, hunting. So he has his trips up north and all that stuff. And he's invited me a few times, but it's just not my style, bro. I'm not into hunting animals. Just not my thing. But I'm happy for him. He gets to do what he loves to do. And now he gets to use his shoulder again. He could barely move it, dude. And that's why I'm saying, listen, I haven't had an injury yet that, and I say yet because as you get older, you never know. But I haven't had that. But I've been to Baptist Health for so many reasons, from my daughter being born to my wife fixing her jaw to me getting 5 stents in my heart or a colonoscopy or whatever it is. Baptist Health has been a huge part of our family, and it's definitely a place that you can trust. So if you're in Boynton Beach, if you're in West Kendall, South Miami, Homestead, Mariners Hospital out in Tavernier Key, of course, the original one in Kendall Drive in 89th, where my daughter was born, Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, so many options for you. Visit our friends at baptisthealth.net. True Fin fan, thank you for the love in the super chat. Your thoughts is Lawrence. I don't see a star. Oh, I like Lawrence. I'm not sure yet he has the proper coaching and everything, but I like Trevor Lawrence. I don't know about star, but I think he could be a really good quarterback in this league. So I wouldn't give up on Trevor Lawrence. I like him. He brings a lot to the table, toughness. He's got athleticism. He's got a good arm. He's got good accuracy. I like him, man. I like him. Jericho, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, Big O, just got up and heading to Tommy Rockers and was wondering if you heard if they're going to play the rookie CB Cam Smith anytime soon. Right now, Jericho, I don't think so, dude. But you never know. And at one point, you'll start seeing him. Once Fangio has trust in the kid, then he'll put him out there. But at the moment, clearly he has no confidence in him, unfortunately. So right now, I don't think, although I will say this, these are the kind of games you want to play him in right here, these two games. You don't want to put him there in Philadelphia, but these are the kind of games that maybe you can get Cam Smith in if you're comfortable in the second half. Maybe he gets a couple of reps. That would be pretty cool. But we'll see. We'll see. Bills meltdown, you're saying? Let me check the scoreboard. Nothing. There's nothing like a Bills meltdown to make me happy. Dolphins take care of business. They can sit alone in the top of the East at 4-1. You know, that would be nice. That would be very nice. Let's see what we got here. It's still 11-7 to start the fourth quarter. That's too close for comfort, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't feel confident about no meltdown there. I need the Jags to be up by 2 scores so I can start to feel a little better about this. You know, Josh Allen and Diggs can figure out one drive and one touchdown. So I would not feel confident right now about anything with the Bills yet until this thing is over. Let's see what else. Do you know if Connor Williams? Yeah, he's playing. He's playing. He's not on the inactive list. So he's playing. Calvin Ridley is torching the Bills. 5 for 70. Okay. We need a touchdown from Calvin Ridley. Just don't bet on it. Little Calvin Ridley betting joke. Bills defense now without coming in Tre'Davious White, Gregory Rousseau. Yeah, he was out for this week. Christian Benford, Shaq Lawson. During the game, they lost Matt Milano, Daquan Jones, and Teron Johnson. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. This game is brutal, man. Wow, this game is brutal. Jags just fumbled deep in Buffalo territory. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that sucks. Who's inactive for the Dolphins, Big O? I already talked about them. It's nothing earth-shattering, except for Jalen Phillips. That's the only one. But outside of that, nothing earth-shattering. Connor Williams is active, so that's really good news. All right, top of the hour here. Give us 2 minutes here. Let's get ready for hour number 2 as we get ready for the 1 o'clock kickoff. The Miami Dolphins to take on the New York Giants. Let's get into a couple of subjects that we got to talk about here for the Miami Dolphins. In hour number 2, we will take your questions, your comments. Chad Show, baby. He is driving the program. He's getting it done, along with the man, the myth, the legend that is Sean Stanley. Back with hour number 2 of the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins pregame show.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Welcome back to the best coverage of Miami Dolphins football on any platform. This is the EJDConstruction.com Miami Dolphins Pregame Show on the Sports Talk 305 network. Here's your host, Orlando Alzugaray.
There we go. Now we remember to turn on the mic, which is always a good thing. Let's see. The Jags, I think, have just intercepted Josh Allen. Speaking of being inaccurate, 13:06 left in the fourth quarter. I just turned it on to see the London Jags, and Williams with a nice one. Ooh, covering Diggs. He stole the ball in the air, deep in Jaguars territory. Right, go Jags. I like it. I smell a blowout coming, maybe 200 or 400 yards. You should blow these guys out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be impressed with the win today. I'll be depressed if they actually struggle or lose this game. This is a game you're supposed to win, bro. You're supposed to take care of business. You know what I mean? I wanted you to take care of business last week. So this week, the job is a hell of a lot easier. This game has been served up perfectly for the Miami Dolphins. Shitty quarterback. Their best weapon is out. Their entire left side of their line is out from center to the left tackle. So you got no left tackle, no left guard, no center. They're all backups. They called up from the practice squad Jalen Mayfield and Jalen Thomas. So you've called up a couple of practice squad players. You're using your backups. You need to take advantage. You know what I mean? And Bradley Chubb, here's where you can pick up a cheap sack or two to add to your totals. You know, I'd like you to pick them up against the Bills and the Eagles and the KC Chiefs. You know, those are the kind of sacks I want. But today's low-hanging fruit day. And it doesn't get more low-hanging fruit than the frauds that are the New York Giants. Dable did a marvelous job last year just to get that group to the playoffs. He's going to need another miracle to do that again because that team wasn't that good last year. You know? So nothing is easier for the Dolphins than what's been put in front of them right now. After a brutal loss to a divisional opponent, to a foe that is the main reason and the main culprit in you not becoming the force in this division, it's the Bills. And so, you know, you got to start taking care of business, man. So this game, blowout, that's fine. You know, but it's not like I'm going to sit here like, oh my God, this is fantastic. They won, golf clap. It's not supposed to be impressive to beat the Giants or the Carolina Panthers. You're supposed to beat them. You're way better than them. I see your roster and I see their roster. You're supposed to get it done. So this is as a gimme of all gimmies for the Dolphins, and they have to take advantage. You need to thoroughly embarrass the Giants. Okay? Jags, by the way, starting on their own 7-yard line. And they just completed a pass down to the 27-yard line. So right away, 20 yards. Not bad. I'll take it. Let's see. Phinz Rule says Diggs was open for a TD twice, and both times Trash Allen underthrew him. Really? I just turned it on now, so I wasn't watching it, so I can't. I didn't see it, but I'm not surprised. You know, he has his moments where he is erratic. You know, it's one of those deals. Let's see. The saddest thing all the Jags are doing is making Jay Allen look away from Diggs, and he's struggling by bracketing Diggs with their best corners. Allen now plays hero ball again. Damn, Vic, too much pride. I know. Too much pride, and two, he didn't trust that if he put X to follow him, that everybody else would know their jobs after that. So that's a problem with all of that. But that's his fault because he should have planned it from the beginning. He could not adjust in the middle of the game because in the middle of the game, once it started happening, Fangio had not planned for it, so he didn't trust the people he had out there to then switch it over. So I gave you a little bit of the nugget that I gave yesterday on that. So, you know, he knew he screwed up, but he could not adjust in the middle of the game because he had no trust after that everybody else would become open because they would screw their assignments up. And instead, they should have practiced all week long, having Tyreek play the Diggs role and have X follow him, and then all the adjustments come from that. But it's poor coaching on his part. And so what can I tell you? And that's why you didn't see any adjustments in the middle of the game, because he had zero trust that he could just on the fly change that. It's not like he had this unit with him for years and they know what he's doing and he knows what they're thinking and all that kind of. No, that's not the case. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. 3rd and 6 for the Jags, by the way, from the same yardage line that they got the first time around. They're right around the same area. Oh, man. And he was pressured big time from the snap. There's a flag on the field. They completed it. They got the first down, but I don't know if the flag is going to bring it back or something happened. It might have been a face mask. I don't know, on Trevor Lawrence. We'll see. Hopefully it is on the Bills, and then they can tack it on after they got the first down, which would be good. Elam is getting torched just like Kohu. It's not pride, it's arrogance. I did not know that, Big O. Thanks for the insight. Well, that's kind of what we do on this show. We kind of give you the insight that nobody really gives you in town, to be quite honest. So, it happens a lot here on the show. If you listen a lot, you'll get some stuff every once in a while that you're not going to get anywhere else. Let's see. Does Sean Stanley make the music for the ads? Something about how he flavorly slams the compression on things makes me think he does. Well, I don't know if you guys know this. Sean is a Hall of Fame inductee. He's in the Writers Hall of Fame. He's in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. He's in the Producing Hall of Fame. So he writes, produces all music, compresses it, decompresses it. He does it all. He does it all. He's just that gifted. So, yes, sir. He does it all. That's all I can tell you. Jacksonville dominating this game, but can't put Buffalo away. Well, hey, at least right now they're at their own 42-yard line. And the Bills are still pressuring the hell out of Jacksonville. Wow. That should be an interference call on the DB. It is. Okay. Because it looked like he had it, and then he dropped it. So it looks like we're going to get a pass interference downfield on the Bills. So that'll bring the ball all the way across to Buffalo territory. Yes, it is pass interference. So we are loving it, ladies and gentlemen. The Jags are moving it, and they are leading 11-7. So a field goal will at least put them up by an entire touchdown. Now we need them to score a touchdown. I think this ball is all the way down to like the 20-something of the Bills, which is really cool. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it, folks. 1st and 10. Let me tell you where they're at to give you the good news. I think it's like the 31, 32-yard line. That is awesome, dude. Fantastic. Just a few more yards and make it at least, okay, at least a touchdown. And that'll be cool. Okay. What else do we have on the chat board? Big O, I don't understand. These new offensive coordinators, once they are inside the opposing 25 field and come out with I know it's I don't know if it's the analytics or something that has kind of changed the face of the game, but it's like they lean on the analytics. Like last week, why was McDaniel giving you some crazy explanation on why to go for the 2-point conversion that day? Last week when they went for the 2-point conversion, and there was no logical reason at that point to go for the 2-point conversion. But the analytics has just taken over so much that sometimes instead of maybe thinking yourself a little bit about it, you're just going to lean exactly to those analytics and think that that's going to be the answer for every situation that you're in. And that's just not the case. So you got a must-win situation today. Okay. You want to erase the memories, basically, of last week. Okay? At least to start. In the end, you're really not going to erase the memories until you start beating the Phillies of the world and the KCs and the Buffaloes. That's really when you're going to start kind of erasing this. But at least get that taste out of your mouth from last week that was just absolutely depressing. And then this week, you got some really interesting news in Chase Claypool. And I know Claypool's a head case. I know he's had a boatload of immaturity issues, okay? But I would imagine that, at least I'm hoping, okay, because he has shown a lot of immaturity problems. By the way, the Jags are 1st and goal right now. I believe on the 4 or 5 yard line. Travis Etienne has just taken it to the Bills 4 or 5 yard line. So we might get what we want, a touchdown here with 8:05 left right now in the game. Still plenty of time, even if they score a touchdown, to come back and win this game. But what I'm saying is touchdown would be absolutely beautiful. That's 2 scores. So the Chase Claypool move, I think, was another great move by Chris Grier. He has made so many great moves. He has, I think, fast-tracked this team in a big-time way, considering how much Flo set them back. Since firing Flo, he has fast-tracked this thing and gotten them back on track in a quick way, and they've got enough to be contenders. Now, I'm hoping that Chase Claypool is intelligent enough to figure out, well, wait a minute. And I hope his agent had this conversation with him. These are the optics, young man. Mike Tomlin gave up on you, which is an indictment on all indictments. Okay? If Mike Tomlin can't work with you, bro, and he is, the best of the best. When we talk about the best coaches in the NFL, Mike Tomlin's in that conversation. I don't know where you want to put him, 1, 2, 3, 5. I don't give a shit. But he is one of the best. He's one of the best at handling characters, too, because we've watched that. This is a guy, we got a touchdown. Boom. Jacksonville. All right. So this is a guy that works with Antonio Brown, kept him on the team for years, winning, Le'Veon Bell, and the ultimate trash in Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, so you dealt with knuckleheads before, so he gave up on you, and now your current team told you, nah, you know what? Stay away is even better for us, and we'll trade you now. So now you've got two teams giving up on you. And you're in the last year of your contract. You wanted to get paid. Now you got no shot at getting paid because nobody's going to give you. You were traded for a pick swap. Okay? Pick swap. Yeah. All right? So this is crazy. This shows you how far your value has dropped in people's eyes. Because you're that much of a pain in the ass that nobody wanted you, and the Dolphins took a chance on you on a pick swap. Farmer Greer was ready to go because he saw low-hanging fruit. And, Farmer Greer is always ready to pick fruit. So he got the low-hanging fruit, and he brought it over. So I'm hoping he sees the big picture. And he sees the kind of picture, it's like, wow, dude, I'm such a king-size asshole. Nobody even wants me around no matter how talented I am. And that's the key, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Claypool is talented. So it's up to him now to stop being an asshole. It's up to Chase Claypool now to do a crap ton of growing up. It's up to Chase Claypool now to become a professional for once in his life, because his career is on the line. Now, he brings a skill set that they do not have on this team. They don't have size. They don't have an alley-oop guy. They don't have that. And I keep thinking about the Baltimore Ravens. I keep thinking about Mike Gesicki jumping up in the middle of the end zone above the goalpost and snatching that ball from the sky that Tua put, because he knew that Gesicki was the only one that can reach that football. And when you have a deadly accurate quarterback like Tua, those kind of quarterbacks are going to love people that can high point the football. He can be a red zone threat. He can help you move the chains threat, because high point guys can be used down sidelines like you were using Devontae Parker. They can be used also in red zones. So we already have the experience of watching the Devontae Parkers of the world do their thing, right? And you're going to see a lot of, except this is an athletic Devontae Parker now. This is Devontae Parker when Devontae Parker got drafted, that he still had some speed and he can blow the top off the teams and all that. Chase Claypool has speed that he can actually blow the top off a defense at times, not all the time, but at times. And then he's the guy that you want to throw a 50-50 ball, because it's really 70-30. He's very Oronde Gadsden-like. Oronde Gadsden wasn't only a red zone threat. You could throw it to him in the middle of the field, downfield, down the sidelines, and you can do that with Chase. It's a dimension that does not exist on this team. He is playing with a quarterback that he has never played with before. He's actually playing with an accurate quarterback, something he's never really had in the league. He's also on his last chance. So he happens to be part of a great offense with a deadly accurate passer on a final year of his contract, and the best opportunity any wide receiver could ask for is to get on a field where Tyreek and Waddle are, and you've got to worry about those two guys. And if you want to go a 4 wide receiver set with Chase and you put Berrios in there, oh my God. So it's really just up to Chase to screw his head on right and be mature, be a man, grow the hell up, dude. Okay? That's what you got to do. You got to grow the hell up. And it's time. I love this move. There is no downside to this move whatsoever. This is exactly like the Albert Wilson move. You get out of line, you're out. You're done. You're done. And it's not going to affect anything. They're not going to tolerate much. They didn't give up much. Okay? And they can go as far as they want without him. So it's up to him if he wants to join the Dolphins for the ride. It's up to him. That's all. And by the way, this is a great way to build up your resume. If you can become a professional, keep your mouth shut, learn how to play the game, play it right, and play winning football. And if you do it in this environment where we've got South Beach, and if this idiot doesn't become an idiot and go do stupid things like in South Beach, then this is amazing. Penalty against the Bills, by the way. 1st and 20 now. They just lost because on their first play, they got like 25 yards or something, put it like on the 40. Now they're back. Oh, well, it was a 39. Now they're back to the 29. So that's why. So good stuff there. Hopefully they could get them 4 and out here. Now it's 6:20 left. So they've wasted a lot of time already. There was 8 minutes when they scored. And now you're about to burn 2 of those minutes already on this possession, and you haven't crossed the other side of the field. So it's actually really positive because Jacksonville can get the ball back eventually and waste some clock. So the Bills are now facing a 3rd and short, like a 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3. And now we're going to get under the 6-minute mark on this play. So it's beautiful because they're wasting a lot of clock here, in the process, which is really, really nice. Let's see. What else do we have? They did get the first down, unfortunately. We could have beaten the Bills. Our team was walking around. Well, that's, Jules, what happened? You know what happened, right? They all read their press clippings. They were all doing all the TV shows. There were a whole bunch of Dolphins doing interviews everywhere. And they got the big heads, and they thought they could go to Buffalo and go on cruise control, and then they got their asses handed to them, and they had no answer for it. That's it. That's all that happened in that game. They got fat heads, and then they got trucked for having fat heads. That's all. And they were taught a nice lesson in the process. And it's beautiful that they were taught that lesson because maybe this will be the wake-up call that they need. But, I'll give you a positive of this Buffalo loss. Maybe this is the loss that erases all those years that when you do get in the playoffs, you get thoroughly embarrassed and sent home, and you rarely ever get to the second round in the last 30 years. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe that erases that. That's the one positive I can think of from last week. If you want me to find a positive out of last week is, hey, guys, remember Buffalo? Hey, guys, remember Buffalo? So maybe against Philadelphia, hey, guys, so maybe if you do beat the Giants in Carolina and you're 5-1 and you're sitting there, you're in first place because the Bills lost to the Jags here, then maybe you could say, hey, guys, remember what happened to us in the Bills a couple of weeks ago? Let's play our best. That's the only positive I can come out of last week. Okay? Because I don't even want to think that much about last week because all it does is piss me off to hell last week. That's what last week is. Last week is a game that just pisses you off. But I hope that it's a lesson game. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping that this is the game that just says, we're playing an elite team. Let's play our best. Bills, by the way, clock is still running. 4:30 now. And 1st and 10 at the Jags 18-yard line. Okay. And it's 1st and 10. Well, actually 3rd and 1. I don't know why. Why do they have 1st and 10 when they had the yellow line and the black line? They just smacked the hell out of Josh Allen, and there's a flag. I don't know what happened. But, it's against the Jags. Not good. Roughing the passer. Oh, well. But you know what? This is still good because they're running out of time. And if the Jags, all they have to do is grab the ball and get a first down or two, it's over. I love it. Hurricanes let it get away from... No. Hurricanes were stupid and chokers last night. Okay? Tyler Van Dyke played like dog shit last night. And Mario Cristobal committed the second dumbest coaching decision in the history of Miami Hurricanes football. Okay? I'm a huge Mario guy. I'm a Mario supporter. I'm not getting off his bandwagon or anything like that. Although this is something that concerns me because apparently he has a history of doing this stupid shit. Okay? And make no mistake, they were getting Don Chaney his 100 yards. Okay? Mario got exposed there. He can lie all he wants about that shit, and it's a lie when he says it. It's a lie. They were getting Don Chaney's 100 yards. There was no other reason why to do it. Okay. That's why he would say, oh, well, we talked about hanging on to the football. All right, let's get you your 100 yards, but hang on to the football. Come on, man. You know, I wasn't born yesterday. So Mario Cristobal lost out of stupidity. And I hope he's looking in the mirror going, man, I was stupid, because you were stupid. There's no other way around it at all. You were stupid. That's catastrophically stupid. By the way, the Bills have scored a touchdown. They're going for a 2-point conversion. Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, they called it back. They scored the touchdown now, finally? I think so. There was a flag. I think there's an interference call, and they still scored the touchdown. So it'll be 18-14 or 13, and then they'll go for a 2-point conversion. So they'll try to make it 18-15. They have to. They have no choice. So that will I'm expecting that right now, that they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Guess who scored the touchdown? Gabe Davis, not Diggs. Not bad. I think it was Gabe Davis, if I'm correct. Yeah. So now they're going for the 2-point conversion at 18-13. You almost feel like Josh Allen will run the ball in, because that's kind of what he does in these kind of moments. Ooh, they did not get the 2-point conversion. Down by 5. Yes, now they got to score a touchdown. 4 minutes left in the game. I love it. I love it. I love it. And why was Cristobal blaming it on the kid for not having? Well, no. See, that was him in panic mode, being put in a corner. And so he kind of threw that out there, and that was weak on Cristobal's part. Mentioning the 2 hands on the ball thing when you made a stupid call in the first place. And by the way, please do not be that Hurricane fan that says, oh, we got screwed. He was on the ground. Please don't be that Hurricane fan. Okay? I understand that was the case, but you made the call. He shouldn't have ever been on the ground. You know why? You should have been on a knee. So just for making the call, proper karma took over, and you deserve to lose that game. Because if you're going to be that stupid to run the ball, then you deserve to lose the game. Okay? Mario Cristobal Unfortunately, as much as I like the guy, he got what he deserved. And I hope he looks at it that way. Okay. He can't point fingers at Don Chaney, at the referees, at no one. He has to look in the mirror and say, wow, dude, I effed my team. And I better learn how to take a knee because obviously I don't do that. So let's go Jacksonville. 1st and 10. They need to move the ball. By the way, the Bills have 2 timeouts still, and they have the 2-minute warning. So they have 3 ways to stop the clock from now to the 2-minute side. But Jags just need to keep moving the clock. We'll see if they can get a first down or 2 and end this thing. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's what's it called? Let's do what's it called? Our 3A graphics sports calendar. And we love talking about Alan Blanco and the great people at 3A Graphics. By the way, 786-618-1443, custom printing and embroidery. Last night, Georgia Tech, as we just talked about, defeated UM because Mario Cristobal made the boneheaded decision, 23-20. Canes will take on North Carolina next week. Cincinnati defeated Inter Miami 1-0, eliminating mathematically Inter Miami from the playoffs. So a couple games left. I doubt Messi will play, or maybe he'll come off the bench in those. And then, of course, we got 1 o'clock today in less than half an hour. The Giants are going to take on the Miami Dolphins. And the Dolphins are favored by 12.5 points. The over and under is 47.5. Giants are plus 525 on the money line, and the Dolphins are minus 750 on the money line. If you're looking for custom printing and embroidery, please call our friends at 3A Graphics, and they will take care of you. 980 West 22nd Street in Hialeah. Whether it's your club, your business, maybe you're all going to do a 5K marathon, you want to print shirts. Maybe you need new uniforms for the business. Maybe you got a fantasy football league, whatever it is that you need custom printing and embroidery, please reach out to Alan Blanco. They will take care of you. 786-618-1443 for 3A Graphics. Teron Armstead placed on the IR, out for the next 4 weeks. Now, I will tell you this. There is something good, interesting, and then, of course, the unknown about all of this. The good is you have somebody in Kendall Lamb that can fill in and has proven to be very, very productive so far. Okay? The unknown is, well, we really don't know over a long period of time in a regular season environment how he's going to react after they have film on him, after they kind of see him over and over again. So those are things that we're going to find out about him, right? But I will say this. If he continues to play the way he's been playing, okay? By the way, 3rd and 4 for the Jags. And they have just completed a bomb downfield to Calvin Ridley, down to the Buffalo 37-yard line, dude, to make it 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 37. Wow, that was a big play. Holy moly. Bills are going to lose this one. They're on their way unless Mario Cristobal goes to the sidelines of the Jags. But anyway, there's a couple things, okay? I think we're all kind of frustrated. Obviously, Teron Armstead has zero luck because his first injury in the preseason was when somebody rolled up on him. The second one was Liam Eichenberg getting him injured. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even him, but he has no durability. He is not a durable player. Those are the facts. We can't hide from that. He can't hide from that. he can't play a whole season. He never has played a whole season, never will play a whole season. Okay? But at least over this next month, if that's what it takes, if he is out for only a month or 5 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever, if Kendall Lamb can perform at a high level, and you're going to have some pretty big games coming up, okay, especially Philadelphia, if he can hold up, the positive about all of this is you found yourself another starter. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're paying Teron Armstead a lot of money, but Kendall Lamb's the kind of guy you can now keep around. So that's pretty cool that if over this period, this month, and then who knows Teron Armstead could miss even more time again down the line. If he continues at this pace, it's beautiful. So that is like I tell you, there is very little positives. And the Jags are scoring a touchdown. Travis Etienne scored from 20-something yards out. So this game is completely over with 2:56 left. This is awesome. Anyway, if he continues to perform at this pace, at least you found yourself another player. Somebody that can actually take over for Teron Armstead. And that to me becomes a monster positive. Kind of like what I told you about the Bills this past week. I am still pissed. I'm still fuming from last week. I will stay fuming until I start seeing them beat elite teams. That's my problem with the Dolphins now. Because, I need you to step away from the fraudulent stage already. Stop being that team that's stuck in the middle, But if you can start doing this, all of a sudden with Kendall Lamb, man, this is enormous. Because you found yourself a left tackle from the scrap heap. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. Most people don't do that kind of stuff. So that's the one positive that I would look in the Kendall Lamb situation for the next month. If he continues to play well, you have the ultimate insurance policy, even if Teron Armstead is out. You have somebody. And it'll be interesting now over the next month that they'll have film on him and they'll get to know him a little bit more. And then they'll try to see if he has any holes in his game, and then they'll try to take advantage of it. Very interesting this next month. So I like what I'm seeing in that sense. Man, this is good. The Bills are going to lose. I thought the Lord and Savior Josh Allen could carry a team unlike Tua, just 13 points today. I know. Yeah, but he's the greatest since sliced bread. Lamb with Smythe by his side is good. Circle the wagons, Buffalo. Damn, dude. The receiver was wide open down to the 31. The Jacksonville 31. I've had someone stop a fight with me at a bar because they said he's fuming. He's a Miami fan. It worked. LOL. Remember, you can make a donation through Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Peter German, thank you. On Venmo, I appreciate you. Cash App or Venmo. Cash Big O Show. Big O, 2 quick points. Great coaches get players ready to play to their strengths. Second, Davis, Wilkins, and Baker need to look in the mirror and start playing ball. Go Jags. Peter, you're not going to get any argument out of me, my brother. I am with you 1,000%. So that is one that, and I've talked about it too. The main reason that defense is struggling is that D line is not getting the job done. And that's why they find themselves in this position. Big time. So it's just kind of ridiculous. Let's see. Okay. Wow. This Mario thing is, boy, exploding on social media. And they are the joke of all of sports right now. Mario Cristobal is being, he should get criticized by everybody. But boy, he is really the clown of sports right now. Everywhere. Doesn't matter. Everybody is laughing at the Miami Hurricanes and Mario Cristobal. The Bills were facing a good defense. That's the difference. Defense always wins games. Bills, by the way, did score a touchdown, and so it is now 25-20 with 2:11 left. And the Jags have just got to – now the Bills have no timeouts, so the Jags have just got to move the ball. The clock will stop with the 2-minute warning, and then after that, they just got to get a first down, and it's over. After that, history in the archives. Bills swear Allen is the second coming of Jesus. He can do everything. Walk on water, turn water into wine. I think he's done that before. I think he has done that. I think he's turned water into wine. Big O, how come most NFL defenses are competitive and Fangio's defense is a joke and not very competitive or aggressive? This nonchalant style of defense is very frustrating to watch. It's who he is. It's what he's been. And the guys have to kind of learn the system. He's not going to change. He just doesn't. And he will get guys eventually to figure it out. But I'm telling you that what's hurting Fangio's defense also is the guys up front are not doing their job. Okay? And that's not on what Wilkins is not doing is not on Fangio or Chubb. You know what I mean? Well, the onside kick went out of bounds, so the Jags will keep the ball. That's a good thing. All right. I like that. Don't want to say it, but the Phinz of the past would lose this game with the division lead on the line. You know what? I'm not thinking about that right now. The Dolphins are not better because they beat the Giants in this situation or the Carolina Panthers. I'm not doing that, dude. They're not better. They're better when they start beating the Bills on a consistent basis. They're better when they start beating Kansas City and Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're better. When they start beating elite teams. Beating the Giants, dude, if they lose to this, it's ridiculous. Why is there a ban Barry now from Kane's Insider? What is this? Barry is banned? What happened there? What happened with Barry Jackson? Why they, what is it, little emotional cripples can't handle Barry ripping into the Canes? You know, Barry put out a tweet last night. He said, you know, if Mario actually spent more time worried about the team than threatening his assistant coaches for talking to writers, maybe he could have done the math at the end of the game or something, you know. I'm paraphrasing, but it was a hell of a shot by Barry. So why are they? So I love, you know, these fan sites and all this stuff. I get it. Fans are fanatical, and then they love you if you're only talking positive about their team. And then there's these group of fans that cannot handle objectivity. And if you're ripping, like last week, I had a bunch of those fans. Oh my God, he was so positive about the team and all that. And yeah, and I'm still positive about the team. That's why I'm pissed. Because they're a hell of a lot better than the shit they played last week. And then the fanatical can't understand that. Oh, it's just one game. No, dude, that's the game. That's how you're measured. I'm not measuring you by the Giants and Carolina. I'm measuring you by the elite. If you can't beat the elite, you're not going anywhere in the playoffs. You're a fraud. You're the same things you've been forever. Every time they've made the playoffs for 30 years, they've been frauds. Every time. Never good enough to beat really good teams. They're only good enough to beat the mediocre to average so they can get to average and sneak into the playoffs, and they get spanked and sent home. But the fanatic doesn't understand that. They just look at it like I'm hating, and probably that's what they're doing to Barry. They think Barry's hating when he's just being objective. You know, the Canes deserve a crap ton of rip job. That's just the way it is. They deserve every single bit of heat that they can possibly get. Mario Cristobal deserves a ton of heat. He doesn't deserve any kind of easing up on whatsoever. So, let's see. I've seen the highlight of the Hurricanes, and all they had to do was take the snap on the ball and run out the clock without advancing the ball whatsoever. I know. We all know. Taking a knee, baby. Knees, baby, knees. That's all. You just needed some knees in this action. No knees. So, as a Texans grad, don't get me started about D at the end of games. 2-minute warning, by the way. Jags with the ball, 2nd and 8. And they got stuffed by a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 7. And the clock is running. They must get this first down. 3rd and 6 it is. So they have to get this first down so they can run the clock out. And they will probably pass the ball here. Well, maybe not. Maybe you run so you can continue to run the clock even if you have to punt. Worst case scenario. Etienne has actually had a decent outing with them. So maybe they could get it. Big O, I'm ambidextrous. I'm proud of being like Tua. No. You got that wrong, Willie. If you're like Tua and like me, you're not ambidextrous. You know that, right? Ambidextrous it means that you can do both with both hands. You eat with both hands, you throw with both hands, you bat with both hands, you chew with both hands, or not chew, shoot with both hands. You know, whatever it is. Tua's like me. I write lefty, but throw righty. I shoot lefty, but I eat righty. So, but I can't eat lefty, and I can't write righty, and I can't bat lefty. So actually, I don't know what kind of a oddball Tua and I am. And if you're like us, then you're like an oddball, because I am exactly like Tua. I do some things with my left and some things with my right. But ambidextrous means you do everything with both. Okay? Like, I have a friend of mine that can write perfectly with both hands. And like, what the hell is that, dude? Wow, you spent a lot of time. He goes, yeah, I spent a lot of time practicing it. And so I can't do that. I forgot what the word is for us idiots that are us weirdos, because I am definitely that weirdo. And I don't know how I learned it. I have no idea how it happened, how I learned some things lefty and some things righty. But I believe that Tua is like me in that sense. And we're not ambidextrous. They are punting. There's 30 seconds left, 4th and 6. So Buffalo will have some time here to get this thing done. What they can't do is have a big return. Big R, the Jags going to move to London. You got to keep up with what happens with the stadium issues in Jacksonville. If they don't get their stadium issues fixed, they could end up in London, yes. Did you see when they switched pitchers, faced the switch hitter? Huh? I don't know what that means. Josh Allen became rich in Buffalo, which is a miracle. I don't know. Oh, my God. They almost fumbled the punt. They're at the 5, by the way. Bills are at the 5. Well, they got to go 95 yards in 22 seconds.
Oh, what that text was about, there's this pitcher in college, I'm pretty sure he pitches both hands, and he's got a glove that he can switch. And I
saw that.
That's what he's referring to, I think.
Okay, I saw that. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, just like the kid that can throw with the football with 2 hands. You've seen that one too? He's in high school, and he can equally throw the ball with both hands. And they show him rolling left and rolling right and throwing the ball with the right or with the left, And that's coming because Ohtani has kind of, forced that issue. Oh, wait, is that a fumble? Yeah, it's a fumble. That's a fumble. The Bills caught the ball and then tried to do a ladder, and apparently that was a fumble, and it looks like the Jags have recovered the ball, and the game is over. Jags win 25-20. Game over. Yeah, Josh Allen, get the F off the field. Yeah, McDermott, get your ass home to Buffalo. You lost, clown. Move on, foo. That's it. Yeah, baby. Big O, Tua gives the bird to his haters with both hands. I like it. Oh, let us not forget Charles Shackelford, who said he could dribble with his left and right because he said, I am amphibious. That's right. He did say that. He did say that. The water to wine is in the past. Now it will just be wine. Wah, wah. The whole throwing lefty, righty, vice versa blows my mind. Let me tell you something, and I don't know how it happened for me, dude. My weirdness. True Fin says, Doug freaking Peterson. It's a final. The Jags win 25-20. Dolphins win today. They are by themselves in the AFC East. So just got to take care of business today, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. It's over. The Jags have won and have taken care of business. That's pretty cool. We'll take that, right? We shall handle that. No problem. I like it. I like it. I like it. And then you got New England this week. So here's what we got. Texans and Falcons at 1:00. Titans at the Colts. God, that is riveting football. Saints at the Patriots. Can the Saints actually get their second win? We'll see. I mean, the third win. And the Patriots are looking for their second win. Ravens are at the Steelers. Eagles are at the Rams. Bengals at the Cardinals. Man, Joe Burrow, that poor guy, he's playing on one leg. Jets at Broncos. Jesus, those are terrible games. And then at 4:25, also Chiefs are at Vikings. And then tonight, Cowboys are at 49ers. So the Cowboys should drop to 3-2. And then Monday night, it'll be Packers at the Raiders. That's what we got going on. We will return, by the way, for our post-game show. We appreciate all of you out there, as always. Yeah, Trevor is our hero today, too. Yes, we're all with Trevor today. Beating the Bills. We love you, Trevor. Way to go. Right? If we're not going to, we root for the Dolphins, right? If the Dolphins aren't playing the Bills, we got to root for the Jags playing the Bills. It's a Florida team. Plus, we root for anybody playing the Bills, pretty much. And we were definitely rooting for the Jags. But anyway, we will be back after the game. All right. We will, the post game will start the second the game ends. All right. We thank the man, the myth, the legend that is Chad Shobe driving the program. We will see you all in a couple of hours with the Dolphins, hopefully posting a nice and convincing win against this New York Giants team. We'll see you post game, baby. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
This has been the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins pregame show on the Sports Talk 305 network. The show is mastered by Sean Stanley and Chad Show. From home to kitchen to bathroom additions and remodelings, get in contact with one of the best contractors in the business. Call Eric at ejdconstruction.com, 305-433-4843. Please subscribe to our platform by searching Big O Radio Show on all digital avenues. We'll be back with a complete wrap-up of the game once the last second ticks off the clock. Thank you for your support and enjoy Dolphins football.